What's up, everybody? It's been a long day here at Stillwater. I was gonna do my float this morning today, like I planned, but I woke up so refreshed from last night. I felt like it would have been better placed at the end of today. So now I'm doing it at the end of the day. Got one of the best nights of sleep I've ever had before, period. Last night. And tonight, to join me, is a dear friend of mine right here, Cody Watts.
What's going on?
His second day floating.
Second session.
2 days in a row.
I'm ready. Yesterday was quite an experience. I'd heard Joe Rogan talking about it a ton. I heard you talk about it a ton, and it just seemed like a super needed thing.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
You did freaking great, man. I asked him how he felt right when he got out. He's like, I feel reborn. Just calm
like
as could be.
No, really, though, I fell asleep for a while, and then I woke up, became a little bit more conscious, but everything was still dark, and I still couldn't feel anything. So that was a crazy experience. Normally when you wake up, you can actually tell that you're awake because of the sunlight, or you're grabbing something, and yeah, I just had to kind of fight through that crazy part of all these thoughts going on in my head. But man, once I let go, it was just like completely relaxing. So ready to go. 2 days in a row, does.
That's rad. 2 days in a row. Let's do it. Float on. Float on. 2 days in a row for Cody over here. 6 days in a row for me. Bro, how do you feel? What did you just say, for real?
I said, dude, these sensory deprivation makes you a better person. Because I have a hard time shutting my brain off and just relaxing or taking a nap, and that forces you. That forces you to do it. Like, you're not just gonna jump out after a few seconds or a few minutes because you can't shut your brain off. Like, you just have to. And it's so important to take naps or take breaks or have a moment or moments throughout the day of quietness or stillness to help you just, take life in for a second and not worry about all the other stuff. And so that forced me the last couple of days to just get past those 15-20 minutes that I was fighting the stillness and the quiet. But once I got past that, it's just you come out of it, and it's like, then you realize how important it really is. Then you realize how important it really is to just shut everything off for a while throughout the day, not just while you're going to sleep, or maybe it's showing me maybe it's good to have an actual consistent bedtime.
Dude,
do you see
why I didn't want to be out late last night?
Yeah.
For real,
Yeah.
dude. This has been helping me really become a better person, become more routine, just like you were saying. I'm drinking more water. I'm using lotion now and moisturizer. I'm doing things
Dude,
better.
I drink a tea today. I never drink tea. I went over here and drank a tea today. I just felt earthy and vibey, and I wanted, it's just, dude, I just think that is exactly what everybody needs to get away from the everyday world and all the stresses and craziness of life, and actually have a reflection on who the heck they really are, dude. And then it just you go, I feel wonderful.
I know. Bro, your energy now as opposed to before is so different.
Right?
It's so different. And I think in the video it'll even show that.
Yeah.
Because you're so chill.
Yeah.
But you're so calm and smooth. You're like running water, bro.
I kept saying that in my head actually earlier. I was like, be water. Be water. This is great. You guys haven't done this, you have to. It's legal. It's legal to
Yeah,
feel
we were,
this way.
we were just saying that,
It's
like, we
legal to
popped
feel
out.
this way.
We're like, that's legal in every state. We can do that wherever we want.
Yeah.
Because he's like, he was sitting here on the couch, like, freaking blown away. He's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's nuts.
Whole different perspective of life, but not so crazy that it's something to be afraid of. Like, it's not like you're on some kind of drug or some kind of crazy like upper or whatever. Like, obviously not an upper, right? But
Yeah.
it's like taking a really nice 30-minute nap and just waking up just super happy. Like, if that's the best way I could explain it to someone that doesn't know.
You just have to try it for
Yeah.
real. This time,
I was thinking about just throwing some salt into my bathtub.
yeah,
I don't know if that would
just add
work.
some salt in your bathtub. It'd probably ruin the drain.
Probably.
1,000 pounds.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
That's a lot. There's a reason why there's a filtration system
True.
in many things.
True.
But for me this time, it became more hyper aware of the subtleties in the tank. Like, we could really feel the water like pushing up against my skin. Could really feel my body
You
breathing.
feel like your hair sometimes, like the water
Yeah.
moving on your hair, and it's
Like,
just kind of
just-
confusing.
Just super attuned, feeling just the smallest of sensations, and then from that, like, it helped my thoughts become become hyper aware of my thoughts, to where I realize, like, we enhance whatever we think about, and if we're gonna think about like negativity, we're gonna enhance that negativity.
Yeah.
And how like subtle these changes and switches and even where we direct our thought patterns really matter. And that gets to where it can be overused. Like, if I think way too positively but I'm not realistic in a sense of actually moving in that direction, then that could be wasted energy too, I think. But really understanding that, even pushing your energy and your thoughts and your mind somewhere and then moving along that track, how your body parts and the way you breathe, they follow. Like, if you're stressed, you breathe differently.
So yeah, and I actually started focusing on that about halfway through, or about 20 minutes in this time. I was just having a hard time forgetting all these little, I feel like a little pinch in my nerve or a little drip right over here, or a little tense on this muscle, whatever. And so I started just saying, like, thinking in my head, in with the good, out with the bad. And you say that, like, sometimes I've heard that and I'm like, okay, but I actually literally felt like a filtration system through my body of like just this good in and just letting everything negative out. And I actually like could feel and visualize like this cycle through my body.
That's pretty powerful, actually. And that filtration system, that's a really great way to put that.
Yeah. Wow.
Little things happen in the tank. Little things that are big things and move everything forward. Thank you, bro.
Plus, on top of that, my joints feel amazing because there's nothing like holding anything up. You're jelly. Like, I got to a point where I literally could only feel like my face and my mind. Like, I forgot my body was there for a while. Crazy. Love it. Get over here to Stillwater in Boise.
This is day 2 for him, for real.
I'm going day 3 tomorrow. Day 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, we're actually going to come here in the morning. I want him to do 3 in a row before he leaves town.
So I might just float back to California.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, dude. Thank you.
I love you. Thank you. This is no joke, for real.
You can't fake that.
You can't fake this.
Fake that.
You can't fake that. Thank you all.